Welcome, one and all, to the last week of the regular season for our Rocket League season. I am Gummy, and I'm joined by my wonderful co-caster, Epiphany. Piff, how are you feeling?
Doing good. Thanks for having me on today. And yeah, I think that we're really starting to round the end here, starting to get onto that home stretch. You look at the records currently. We're on 6 weeks, 4-2 for SLP. Washburn at that 3-3. We'll talk more about that later. But right now, I think the main story here is that those last points, those last record-changing games, are really, really going to count here in this 6th week. So definitely curious to see kind of how that goes today. But nonetheless, we get divisionals next week as well. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. 7th week going into the 8th week here for the divisionals, and I think overall, definitely going to be a very telling time here on kind of where we sit before we head to state and divisionals.
Exactly, yeah. We are just 1 week away from divisionals. Now, remember, regular season all just leads into divisionals. Divisionals leads into state. So the big thing for these teams right now is they are not truly playing for a state spot. They are playing for that divisional seeding. They want better seeding so they can clinch that state spot come
Right.
divisionals next week. So, speaking of records, Piff, how do you feel this match is going to shake if it goes either way? Like for SLP, how
Yeah,
good is it going to be for them? I want to know.
yeah. SLP currently at that 4-2 standing, so I'd say that margin of two is pretty good for them going into this one. You look at Washburn though as well; it's sitting at that 3-3, definitely that kind of tied rating as well, not too bad. But you do look at this one on paper, SLP should win. They should continue that dominance, I would say. But there's definitely potential here for Washburn to do something. I think that they can finish with that positive record. Going into the divisional seating, so 4-3 definitely would not be something too bad to finish with, but 3-4 might be a little bit more on that dicey time. So we'll see kind of how things go for SLP here. One thing I do want to add is production is telling me that they are playing with a sub on the side of SLP, so maybe that kind of changes how things go, or maybe we just have like this insane sub come in and completely change the course of things. But either way, I think SLP on paper they should be winning this matchup, but obviously only time will tell.
Yeah, only time will tell. I mean, a sub does completely change things up because when you throw the different person in there, you don't have the same chemistry, you don't have quite the same game plan. It
Right,
messes up
right.
everything. Egan fell to that curse about a year and a half ago and forever in last spring season. I know deep down in my heart it still hurts me to this day, that loss. But that is just the curse that happens sometimes when you got that third man that you just don't know.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see kind of how that third man incorporation goes in. But hey, maybe they scrim with them sometimes. We'll have to see kind of what the story is going to be in that department. But I think, of course, also Washburn take advantage of it. Know that maybe there might be some teamwork issues going on today for the side of SLP and figure out how you can find the holes in the defense, the cracks in the wall, if you will, and how you're going to find a way on in because I think that does allow some definitely very good opportunity for the side of Washburn to definitely make something happen to try and use this as a peddling factor in order to get that 4-3 finishing before we head into those divisionals. So, also a big momentum win as well. You go into divisionals off of a hot win, you're probably going to be feeling good.
Exactly. That does do wonders for the mental. But for Washburn, they really, really got to walk away with the win here because sitting at that 500 record, really, if you lose here, you play harder opponents. That's just the situation for Washburn. It's going to be, instead of going down or playing about someone at the exact same skill level, they're going to have to go up, which does not bode well for Washburn's divisional chances. So, Washburn, very crucial win here today, hoping they can capitalize off the sub. But you know what? Only time will tell if they can fully capitalize. We just gotta wait and see.
Yeah, we got to figure it out. I believe that this is one that has the potential to go the distance, as I was talking about before. We could see a game 5 here, or maybe SLP just does what SLP does best. They find a way to close this one on out with a nice solid 3-1 or 3-0. So we'll see kind of what happens. I feel like this is something that we almost commonly see. We always see kind of a 3-0 on the day, at least when we have 3 games. We only have two today, but I think in general that there's some definitely interesting matchup related things going on in the league right now, too. Some teams that are just when they match up against another specific roster, that's when that really goes the distance, even if the records don't quite align to be that way. So maybe similarity in play styles, whatever it might be. But whatever it is, I think that there's definitely some interesting dynamics that are going to happen when we get to bracket play, when we see those matchups occur. Is it going to be that same story, or is it just going to be seeding all the way through? I would probably go with the former.
Yeah. I honestly feel like seeding is going to play a really big role coming into
It
divisionals.
will.
I mean, it's going to shape up this whole bracket because, like, if Washburn loses here, they could just get unlucky, draw, have to play like an Egan, a Burnsville, something like that. Because sometimes there are some good teams just waiting in the dark for you that you just don't expect, and then boom, they got you.
Yeah, for sure. I think in general too, you look at the way that things play out as far as teamwork goes. If you're able to keep those consistent teammates throughout the season, then that's probably going to benefit you in the end as well. So definitely curious to see kind of those teams that have maintained that same roster all throughout, if they're going to be the ones who kind of sit towards that top side, or maybe those roster changes as well that have come through. Maybe that is the differentiating factor in some new success. So yeah, you refer to seeding, you refer to that initial start, but these could be new rosters possibly coming through. You never know what might be happening on any given day, which is something that Skip and I talk about on Rocket League, is that this is such a competitive league. So really curious to see kind of how things round out when it just comes to the day that divisionals happen, who's going to come out on their best. But hey, time to stop speculating, time to see what happens. Let's get loaded in.
I am ready to finally see some action here between SLP and Washburn. Going to be a very, very interesting match here. See who walks away. Washburn playing for a lot. SLP playing for pride, playing for mental, playing for divisionals. We got a lot on the line, but let's get into this thing.
Let's get after it. Primo, the first one for the hit here towards the middle of the arena we go. Now Cloudy looking to line it back up. No dice on that one so far. Initial seconds going to result in that ball over towards that SLP side. A good defense comes through, though. Here's Bellicose. Good hit off. Primo steals it right back away.
Yep. Keeping things pretty even. We got no crazy early goals so far, like last week that I was here that I saw. Man, those games were crazy. But right now, we got a much more even, much more measured match to see here.
See what SLP decides to do here. Close opportunity for a goal. Amethyst able to get that one off. That's going to be an initial goal for SLP off the bat there. Nice work from the top side there. Able to get that help to have that aerial shot lined up. Amethyst just helps with the hit on in. No defense there for Seta Washburn in the right spot. So a good start here for SLP.
Very much
We're
so.
24 on the clock. Lots of time to work with if you're Washburn.
Yeah, plenty of time to mount a comeback. However, it might could be a little difficult, this SLP roster. I mean, SLP, they are former state champs. Don't forget. They can pull out the game plan every now and then. Sometimes you're just left wondering in amazement.
This is very true. Cloudy. Now the next one up for a shot. Not going to hit it quite yet. Another aerial coming through as well. Prime Oak consistently finding those shots, those maneuvers onto the ball to gain control back. So love seeing that, but we'll see if that's going to continue for the rest of the game here. Now, Billet trying to find something. Prime Oak again finding control. This is so important for the side of this SLP squad, is being able to keep that ball in hand, obviously. Now you just got to get it away from your goal itself, though. Now Cloudy back in control, moving things along quickly. Could be an open goal here. Nice shot.
What a move! With a little fake there. Broke the ankles on the other car. Don't even know how that's possible. Gets around the defense, just throws it in there for a nice, easy goal. SLP up an early 2-0. 3:30 still left on the clock, so a comeback possible for Washburn, but it just doesn't look likely.
That it doesn't. We'll see what happens. I mean, SLP, we talked about them coming into this game feeling dominant, and well, it looks like they're showing that exactly despite the presence of a sub on the roster. So Washburn got to figure something out here. Prime Oak, again, that dominant player on the field, looking to keep control of things. Nice little hit off the back, though. Silver Ranger able to take it. Now SLP in jeopardy.
Ooh.
Silver Ranger able to line it up. That's a goal for Washburn.
Yeah, Washburn starting to even things up here. Starting to make some moves, of course, as soon as I speak, saying, oh, SLP, they've been playing really strong the first little bit. We'll probably get it. Of course, then Washburn makes a goal. Cast occurs. I'm sorry, SLP.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry for what
SLP.
I've done to you.
We're going to find the next one here. We'll see if they compensate. Try to keep that margin of 2 lead here. Now Cloudy moving along the side. Not quite able to find anything just yet, but now Amethyst as well. The one to first score the goal, looking to line up another one here. Silver Ranger, though, the last one to do it. Now looking to be there for the defense this time. Prime Oak back in control, though. A nice bounce. Nice little interception, though, of course, the same. Coming through from the side of Washburn here. Silver Ranger looks to line it up once more. Nice side hit, but again, Lit able to find things back in control, get that ball over towards that SLP side.
All right. All right, starting a bit of a push here for SLP. Maybe a goal. Oh, but good defense there to stuff that attempt. Now, back to more even measured gameplay, but maybe Oak looking for something, but throws a fake. Got to keep your opponents on your toes.
That you do. Silver Ranger, now the next one to take a hit. We'll see if that's going to be enough to move things over towards that goal. It looks like it was for a moment, but Amethyst, of course, there to take things back in control. Look at the maneuvers through the air here. Able to move things over towards that Washburn side. Now Bellicose trying to be there for the defense, trying to get that hit off. Not quite able to do so. Good bit of teamwork help, though, in order to keep things in the saddle. But now ball headed over towards the SLP side. Another good interception comes through. Now Elliot also just zooming across the map, trying to make this one as dicey as possible. See how mixy it can be, or maybe Washburn just able to get that perfect angle, get that ball on in. Not quite. A nice defensive hit.
All right, we're getting some good gameplay here, some good back and forth. Washburn need to push, need to get some moves here. I mean, they just have to. It's do or die. SLP, they just got to play defense. That's all they got to do for this last little minute we have left here. So, in the end, Piff, who do you think's going to walk away with it in this minute prediction?
I don't know.
Real quick.
I mean, minute to go, I think SLP. I mean, they have the lead, so we'll see what Washburn's going to be able to do to bring this one on back. But, you know, I think in general, the good... I would say it's the mobility by the side of SLP. It is players like Cloudy, Primoke, and Amethyst that you want to be scared of because they're going to find ways to take that ball, move it quickly across areas that you could never even imagine. So we'll see if they're going to continue that here as Amethyst now looking for a hit off. Not quite the momentum for the goal. Now Primoke looking to take control back of things, but Washburn, the presence is definitely there. Able to find things back in their favor here. Cloudy, a nice hit off of Bellicose, able to bump it right off the bat here. Primoke again, though, of course, to take it back.
All right, Oak making some moves with the ball, maybe getting a goal. Does pull out a goal. SLP now up 3-1. Great aerial moves there. Good work, Cloudy, on the follow-up to get the assist from the teammate. Now, 19 seconds left, 3-1. Game 1 essentially in the bag for SLP. And SLP goes 1-0 in the series.
Yep, should be a good start for SLP. Washburn, obviously, we've seen crazier comebacks, so at least in the series overall, this one's chalked up. Not going to happen, probably. But either way, I think that SLP definitely just got to stay on the same dominance that they've had in this game going forward, because we know that you can get complacent sometimes. You can let a team like Washburn come on back. All about to touch the ground here momentarily in order to close this one on out. Primoke looking to do exactly that. There it is. SLP game number 1 on lock.
All right. Good moves there from SLP to close game 1 out in a 3-1 lead. Not quite as dominant as we've seen. We've seen some crazy dominant games here at Mnvl. Some absolutely insane gameplay. But SLP, this one much more even, but still SLP leaning. But still even. It's complicated.
Yeah, SLP leaning. You know, Washburn trying to figure out a way back into this one. I feel like that one of the main contributing factors to that is going to just sort of be the fact that there is a sub on the SLP side, and Washburn are trying to take advantage of that, which is possibly what makes this one a little bit closer, but still a nice margin of 2 win there for the side of SLP. So they should be feeling good going into this game number 2. We'll see what they decide to do. Maybe a little bit of a switch up to keep Washburn on their toes, or maybe Washburn going to switch something else up on their end. So whatever it might be, this little bit of time for talking things out definitely going to be important.
Definitely. Just taking a bit of a breather in between the matches, trying to keep, trying to stay in the mental for SLP. But Washburn, they're just trying to recollect. They're trying to come back because it did not work out well. Down 3-1. But you know what? The Washburn sweep. Has the people considered the Washburn sweep?
It's possible. I would say this isn't a match where that would be like completely out of the ordinary. We'll have to see what happens. But SLP, I think also they had a pretty good win there, and they do have a sub. So again, opportunity, but it seems like that point is starting to just not matter as much anymore because Washburn, they still have been kind of struggling a little bit here, but we'll see if they're able to find something back. Primoke, the first hit off. The player we were talking about in the last game, now looking to come back out the gate strong in game number 2 here. Washburn as well looking to line something up, but Bellicose, good hit off, going to help to make sure that that dream is possibly coming true. But Lit as well, looking to line things up as well as that ball moves over, but just not quite able to get there in time. SLP finding ways to get it back.
Yeah, now ball moving down to SLP's side. Maybe SLP can take this possession and do something with it, do something a little crazy. I'm ready to see just some crazy aerial shot. I'm ready for it. I'm sitting all excited, kicking my legs, ready for it. Piff, I'm ready to see it.
Ready to see it too. We'll see how it goes here. 4 minutes on the clock to go. SLP trying to find something on the board here. Not as quite dominant of a start as it was in the last game, but that's how it goes. Typically, teams kind of feeling each other out in that game number 1. So now Washburn maybe starting to adapt to what SLP is trying to do. Maybe a good hit opportunity there. Not quite going to happen. Now that ball moving quickly across the middle of the field here. Here's Bellicose, the next hit off. Able to keep things over towards that middle side, but look at that. It might have to be just that one lone defender to take care of things. In that case, it's going to be, but Oak now as well in control, going to hit it a bit too high, but at least keeping things over towards that Washburn side is SLP.
Definitely. Washburn playing really defensive. 3 men back all the time, only sending a few men forward. It seems like they are focusing on the defense to try to stop SLP's onslaught, and instead just kind of focus on only taking possession when they absolutely are certain they can push for a goal. I mean, right here, we're seeing a bit of a push. Ball goes back. SLP now in possession. Maybe it's going to start their own little push. But Washburn doing a very good job of keeping ball in SLP's zone. Maybe hoping they could push through and get a goal, but now ball moving to mid. And we're back to kind of that just even gameplay. No one really in favor.
That we are here. This one's been pretty stagnant all the way through. We'll see who's able to draw a goal out first. But, I mean, right now I think Amethyst as well, hoping to line something up alongside Prime Oak. This could be it. Oh, good defense there within the goal by the side of Washburn. The back and forth continues. Still 2.5 minutes, a little bit less than on the clock to work with. But an open goal definitely going to help to change that story. SLP able to get the first.
Cloudy threw out a curveball there. Right there, curved all the way around to hit the ball just inches away from the Washburn defenseman. Able to throw it in there. Now SLP up 1-0 in a very, very even match. So that means if it just stays even, they win. That's a very big advantage.
Curve on himself too. Able to get that aerial shot off here, and now SLP looking to figure out what the next one is going to be here. Washburn as well, lining something up possibly over towards this blue side, but Cloudy again back in control. Bellicose, that is a big hit. Now you move things back on over once more. Elit trying to make something happen. This could be an opportunity. It's just not quite lined up for the right angle. The teamwork coming through. That shot doesn't go, and that is going to be rough for the side of Washburn. A couple missed opportunities there you could possibly allege, but now SLP looking to figure out if they can roll their dice over towards the Washburn side. Elit, though, back in control once more.
Yep, really, really hoping maybe if SLP can throw out another goal here, lock this game away, move on to just closing out the series, that'd be great for SLP and horrible for Washburn. Washburn, they just need to find a goal to even this thing up, maybe push it to OT, maybe even just walk away and make this thing even, but you just gotta find a way. You gotta find a way through SLP right now.
That you do.
Oh!
SLP, Washburn. Gonna find something here, but SLP, they are always 2 steps ahead, it seems like. In the last game, now this one, 2-0 lead here as they've started to get it going towards the latter half. By no means a dominant performance as far as how much time has expired on the clock, but still you got 2 on the board, a minute left to work with if you're Washburn. That's still not a spot you really want to be in.
No, but look at that goal that we just saw. SLP threaded the needle right between them. Okay, fantastic player to pull that one off. Round of applause, good sir. But now a minute left on the clock. Washburn not looking too hot. Maybe just the reverse sweep? That's kind of all Washburn can hope for right now, because this game is not looking good.
That it isn't. Washburn, it might be chalked up here unless you're able to get 2 within this small 38-second time frame. Not much to work with. Nice hit off there by the side of SLP, trying to keep things in control. Now Prime Oak may be lining up for another one for safe measure, but 30 seconds going to indicate that it might not even matter. Good help off of the back of Cloudy there as well to get the ball in, to get some of that momentum going. You can see the setup there by Prime Oak. Cloudy, all he had to do, bump it in. Nice little teamwork moment there. So Washburn now surely not going to find 3 within 26 seconds, most likely.
looking at SLP right now, you can't even tell they have a sub. They are just clicking on all cylinders, playing well together. I mean, right now, they're just riding high. All they're probably thinking about right now is, can we get Cloudy a hat trick? They don't really got to worry about thoughts of divisionals or losing the game. They are up good right now with 10 seconds left on the clock. This game is done. SLP is moving on to game 3 of this series, just looking to close it out now.
All about to close out. One more on the horizon here before the sun sets for the side of Washburn. We'll see if this is going to be a nice 3-0 for the side of SLP with the substitute as well. Definitely would make them feeling good going into this match here. So we'll see how things go here. But Washburn, yeah, right now just trying to figure out how to get back into this one. They played it a bit closer there at the beginning, at the first part of that game. But now then towards the latter half, they start to kind of lose control a bit. It starts to run away from them that much more. It's not even as contested. So this one is almost kind of going in a declining direction for them, if I have to be perfectly honest, but we'll see what they can do in a game 3.
Yep, 100%. That's kind of just all you got to hope for, is see if Wash can pull something out in the game 3. And I got to say, Washburn, the data does not support them in this exercise right now, because every single time so far this season they have lost, it has been 3-0 or 3-1. They are not a team who has commonly made the comeback situation. It's just not really in their DNA. The season has proved it. And more than that, I got to say, they had a chance. They could have played SLP in the preseason, but unfortunately forfeited that match. That's why you don't forfeit.
Maybe the stats kind of telling us how this one is going to go. Some teams maybe just playing for that consistency over the ice factor here, and so we'll see kind of what happens going into this game number 3. Maybe one on the board, maybe just going to be a solid 3-0 for the side of SLP. Looking to possibly be so. We'll see how they decide to kick it off, though. Bellicose with the ball. A good start for the side of Washburn, but immediately loses it. Right now, SLP just trying to figure out how they want to play this one out to close it out in 3.
Yep, just looking to end the series, all go home, maybe get some goldfish, sit down on the couch, watch some TV. They're just looking to get this one done and dusted. And honestly, they got the skills to get it done. They've had pretty dominant wins every single time so far, but a change in the wind, perhaps. A change of fate. Washburn in the first 40 seconds, a early goal, get a lead. Is this the comeback? Is this the reverse sweep?
This is very possible. We talk about getting one on the board first in a game. That is really, really big in order to try and get something going. But SLP also looking to have that shutdown factor here. We'll see how quickly they decide to respond. Amethyst looking to get control back here. Nobody quite there to line that one up for a goal, but it could have been. It's Primoke as well, looking for the hit off the top side. Another, I keep talking about it, but the aerial that this guy constantly has is truly impressive. But Primoke looking to take it on back. A little bit of complacency from the side of Washburn, able to keep things over towards their side here.
Yeah, talk about the aerial skills. He always stay up, always, and it's just been it's been fun to watch. Just watching him play so far, it's been great. But now, a bit of a push here from Washburn, maybe to solidify this lead if they can pull out another goal and sit 2-0. That'd look real good for Washburn, but now it is SLP's ball and SLP's game. They want to quickly get a goal, tie this thing up, and get this series back on script.
Nice little hit off there by the side of SLP. Lit trying to find something here in order to keep it out of the danger zone, if you will, over towards their goal. But Primoke as well looking to get something going. Amethyst almost with the perfect shot in, but gonna get intercepted there. Now Cloudy lining it up. Ooh, a nice little hit, gonna allow it to not go in that goal, but Primoke off the back of it gonna give Cloudy that help that he needed in order to get that goal. 1-1.
Oak moving on in from the heavens, hit that ball down, just spiked it into the net, walked away. Now 1-1. Now we're back to an even game. Now the question is, can Washburn come back from just losing a goal? Can they keep that good momentum they started this match with? Or are they going to succumb and SLP is just start going to walk away with it?
I mean, honestly, SLP, they get one. I think that they can get more. We'll see if they're able to do it. Only time will tell, but right now Washburn keeping things in jeopardy. Over towards the blue side we go, but Prime Oak trying to take it on back. See how things are going to go for the side of Cloudy here as he looks to find that boost here, get that momentum moving over towards the Washburn side. A good hit in from Washburn, but not enough. Defense there.
All right, now just moving the ball around. Currently in SLP's zone, but SLP does in fact have possession. They're moving into Washburn, hoping to make some plays, hoping to make a move, but now the ball, oh! Oak, luckily they're able to make a save. You don't want to let a goal like that in. That hurts sometimes.
SP trying to line it up here. A lit. Gonna keep things alive for the side of Washburn. A little bit less than 2 minutes to work with. Trying to keep things afloat, but now Cloudy also moving things along over towards that orange side. Here's Silver Ranger, though, in order to get a hit off. Still in the middle of the arena now we go, but SLP, again, now having to be here for the defense. The pressure being applied, and eventually it will create flames. Washburn able to get 2-1.
What a cowboy he is, riding in right on the sunset with 1:30 left on the clock. Washburn now up 2-1. SLPs, they gotta recuperate. They gotta just take a moment, breathe, and get back into this game right now, because otherwise Washburn might pull out that reverse sweep, and that would just hurt for SLP.
SLP doing whatever they can. Silver Ranger moving things along over towards the right side here. Prime Oak as well, looking to find something. Good hits off over towards that orange goal. We go, though. The post is going to block it. It was so close. And now Cloudy as well trying to gain control back. SLP applying the pressure. You got to get here for the defense now, Prime Oak. Another hit off, quickly moving over towards the left side we go. Less than a minute to work with now for the side of SLP. Washburn trying to stay alive. SLP trying to close it out here. Cloudy, a nice hit off. Keep it going over towards the orange side. Speed is the name of the game, though, and you're just not going to be there to hit it in soon enough. Another possible close hit. 2 possible close hits over towards that SLP goal, but still Washburn not able to get that dagger goal in just yet. We'll see if they're able to do so here. Again, not quite going to go.
All right, 30 seconds left on the clock. Do or die for SLP. Gotta get that ball in right now if you want to close out the series 3-0. Now, however, it is not looking good because ball is currently just sitting in SLP's area. And Washburn possession. SLP got to first get the ball, then they got to make a move. And that's a lot to do in 5 seconds.
Washburn trying to find maybe that. I think that would have been it right there, if I'm going to be honest with you. That would have been another goal. So Washburn staying alive here. You know, we talked about them finishing lots of their games 3-1. So this might be the one and done in that department, or maybe sort of something greater. We'll have to see as we get ready for this next one. But SLP, they still played it close. They were able to get that one on the board there. It was 1-2, I believe, there at the end. So SLP definitely doing still what they can here. I have faith in them. I think they can close it out at 4.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. It is something they can do. You know, it's just becomes a matter of just when are we going to see it? Are we going to see it in this game, close it out 3-1, keep with the statistics, you know, keep with what the math says? Or is it going to be in a Game 5 situation, a lot on the line for Washburn, a lot on the line for SLP? Just so much all crashing down on you. A lot of pressure in that Game 5 situation. That is when things start to get different, because we have never really seen Washburn in a Game 5 situation like that. The one time we have seen them in a Game 5 situation, because it did happen, they did win. They did walk away the victor. So if they could push it to a Game 5, history says Washburn would win. But, you know, that's history. We are here in the present moment, waiting to make our own history as we start off right into this match.
We'll see if Washburn's going to push that Game 5. As you said, if they do, well, then definitely potential here for them to lock in the reverse sweep. But SLP just trying to close it out here. Of course, that first goal going to be that much more important here in order to begin a positive trend of momentum. Prime Oak now we're going to find something as well as Washburn applying that pressure over towards that SLP goal here. We'll see if Prime Oak and Cloudy going to get enough of a push going here over towards that Washburn goal in order to lock something in? So far, the answer to that is going to be no. Strong defensive presence.
Yes, very, very strong defensive presence. And, ooh, Washburn, another early goal.
I mean, this is where you start to see, like, maybe this trend, right? Like, you get the first goal, you're good to go. We've talked about this before, so I don't really know if this is going to be a consistent story within the rest of this game here, but Washburn, so far, that first one off, so important for them. In order to get things headed in their direction, it's a good morale boost, a good start, but SLP looking to respond as quick as possible as they tried before, but did not have a whole lot of success in that department. We'll see if they're able to do so this time.
Yep, agreed. I mean, it's just not been going well for SLP. They got right before the peak of the mountain, and they haven't been able to make that final step. Washburn now up 2-0. They are pulling this thing back from the clutches of defeat. Very dominant playstyle so far that we've seen.
Washburn, good hit off the bat here. Trying to get things on over towards that SLP goal as quick as possible. Getting right back in control, though, in the hands of Cloudy here. We'll see if Amethyst is also going to line something up. Silver Ranger as well. So big to prepare here where that ball might go on the defense. Now Alit as well looking to take control back, but SLP applying the pressure so close in. That top side, though, going to help out to keep things at bay. Now Silver Ranger looking to line up the goal over towards that SLP side, but no dice.
Nope, no dice. Not quite able to do it. Now, SLP really just trying to come back in this last 3 minutes that they have. Just trying to do something to close this game out. And a good way to start that off. Now, a good goal in there. Make it 1-2. They just need one more to throw this thing to OT.
SLP. All I got to do is get one more, as you said. 3:10 to do it. Lots of time to work with. Now Washburn. Maybe trembling a little bit. Gotta stay the course. And Primo, he gets one for absolutely free. So now we're at 2-2. SLP now rewriting the script here, changing the story.
Bro, that went to the dollar store and everything was $1 off. That was one of the freest goals I've seen. Washburn cannot afford to leave their net open like that at this crucial stage of the game.
Yeah, that they can. See if Washburn's going to find another one on the board here, though. They haven't disappointed so far in the previous game. Now all up to this one, obviously, and Bellicose now trying to get that hit off over towards that blue side. Big speed, but not big enough. Still SLP here for the defense. Able to take control back. Cloudy, and some nice aerial coming through as well. Primo gets this hit off. It could be exactly what you need. Yes, it is. Beautiful, beautiful shot. 3-2. SLP looking to close it out.
A hat trick for Prime Oak. Man is in the driver's seat, pushing this thing where he wants to go, and he wants a SLP victory. You know, just screw it. Who needs overtime? You know, we're just going to win this thing outright. Just win it in regular time.
This is very, very true. Could just win it in the time here. SLP just got to let that 2 minutes 17 on the clock run down here. Washburn trying to find the next one off. Bellicose, good hit over towards the right side. Now Cloudy taking it back in control. Says, no, you're not taking that one away from me just yet here. Now Primoke as well, trying to maneuver this one towards a possible hit on in. Good defense presence by Washburn, though. Gonna make it so that that will not be the case, but SLP done a decent job so far of finding those openings and creating them. But now it's just all about lining up the right player to get the right shot on in. This could be it. Again, though, a good hit out of Washburn.
Yep, a very good hit. Now, Washburn making an offensive play here, hoping to tie this one up. Maybe they got it. Oh, but the crossbar just a little too high, or that would have been in. SLP is counting their lucky stars. Wow. That was very, very close from this match going in a completely different direction. But now SLP looking to just come back to say, okay, that was fine, but we're going to come back. We're going to make new moves. We're going to close this one out.
Washburn got to figure something out here, but right now that is just not going to be the case when that ball is over towards your side. A minute officially left on the clock to go before SLP crown victors here in our first match of the day. Cloudy trying to get ready for this one. Nice hit off the top side, but Bellicose as well looking to line it up too, and well, that is going to make this one 3-3. Now it just got a lot more mixy.
What a sniper shot from the middle of the field. Hits the top corner right, just centimeters away from Amethyst there. Able to throw it in. Now, tied up comes the question, can either team just close it out in regular time, or are we going to see an overtime situation? Piff, what do you think?
I don't know. I feel like OT, I don't see a whole lot in the time that I've cast.
Oh!
Well, that's going to exactly be why. Washburn able to get another one on the board. SLP, the pressure is on. Otherwise, game 5 inbound.
Oh yeah, a shot from the other side. Throws it all the way in. Oh, Cloudy can't be happy with that one. That is now Washburn up with 30 seconds left. Do or die for SLP. Let's see what they can do.
Tee up, it's got to be in. Not much time to work with here. Silver,
Nope.
That's it. GG's. Game
GG's.
5, here we go.
We got a game 5 situation.
I mean, that was for free as well. Like, no defense there at all. Open goal. Washburn 5-3 now. We go to game 5, and we talked about it before. That could be very favorable for them.
Could be. I mean, right now, SLP, they got to buckle up. They got to understand the situation they're in. They can't let it get to them. And they got to just get ready for this game 5.
Couldn't agree more. Lock in for the game 5 here. SLP looking to reel it back in. Washburn looking to complete the sweep here. We'll see if they're going to make that come on through. But, I mean, Washburn, they've got that momentum. They've got the teamwork, obviously, to a T right now. So, definitely curious to see kind of how they do here.
Yeah, definitely possible. And like we talked about before, the stakes for Washburn could not be higher. Right now, they are sitting at the 500 record point. If they win, divisionals looks way more favorable. Looks great for them moving into it. If they lose, things do not look so sweet. So, Washburn really, really got to walk away with the win here. Go into the game 5 situation. They are making history right now.
Yeah, Washburn trying to right their wrongs of the past here, figure out how they can get that big momentum win here going into divisionals would be absolutely massive to finish that positive record 4-3, and then also feel really good, obviously, going into that first match next week. So we'll see how things go, but I think Washburn, there is definitely potential here for some interesting things to happen going into this game 5.
Oh yeah, a lot definitely could happen, but we're just going to have to wait and see as we move into this game 5. Only time will tell who will walk away. It has been a tale of sweeps galore. We thought it was going to sweep one way. Washburn threw it back, swept it the other way, reversed, all of that. And now here it comes, game 5. It could not get better than this.
Could not indeed. Good hit over towards that orange goal. Now Amethyst as well, taking things back in control here. SLP, they want to start things off strong. They did not get that first goal both times around in those previous 2 games that they lost. So that first goal, I think, incredibly momentous for them.
That first goal is a big tone setter for who is going to be leading the race or who is going to be running from behind, I feel like. So both teams know the stakes, want that first goal as quick as they can get it. But right now, Washburn's got their chance, and now SOP's chance. It's just going back and forth.
Back and forth continues here. We'll see how long this decides to run down, but Bellicose as well, looking to take control of things. A lit as well the same. Right now, orange side is that ball as Cloudy as well, looking to line something up here, but nice little gap there for the side of Washburn to get out with the ball, but Amethyst, of course, able to take it on back. We'll see how things go here for Washburn. They look to get that aerial hit off. Prime Oak, a good hit, but it's not going to go in the right direction here. This is where things start to get a little bit dicey. A good possible shot on goal for the side of Washburn there, but it's just not going to go through.
All right, Oak now looking at that ball, looking to make a move. Ball's moving back, however, not much. Oh, got full boost now. Maybe he can make a move in possession. You know, we saw him last time. Is kind of pulling away as the MVP for SLP. I mean, hat trick last time, big goal scorer. So maybe a move, but instead, the Cowboy rides in. Washburn now up 1-0. They are the ones to walk away with that tone setter goal. They are the ones to start off this race in the lead.
That they are. Washburn, I mean, we talked about if they get that first one, it might be GG's, it might be over. So this is definitely getting a bit spicy here. SLP trying to get that next one on the board. Amethyst going on up for a hit here, just not able to find anything just yet. Here's Cloudy as well towards the top side right now. This could be it. This could be free. Yes, it is. The bounce on in. Going to help out. 1-1.
All right, now 1-1, 2:50 left on the clock. Things are winding down in Game 5. But now it becomes a matter of who has the gut to do it. Who has the dedication to close this one out at the end of the line. Piff, who do you think can do it?
Well, Washburn, they got that first one, and they've set the trend here that if you get the first goal, you're going to win it. So I think that they can secure the reverse sweep here. Only a matter of time before we discover if that's going to be the case. 2.5 minutes so far. And it is 1-1 in the scoreline. This one's been played pretty slow, pretty careful from both teams, but
they're stuck in a
in
rule
due
one.
time, somebody's going to find something here. We'll see if Cloudy able to find anything here. Prime Oak as well. A big hit off. Maybe something. A little bit too high, though.
Oh!
Cloudy, though, able to get it.
Cloudy able to pull it off, but that was a 2v2 situation, because I don't know if you can see in the corner. But look at the two back there. They're just kissing each other in the corner. Rule 1 dutifully followed. Wonderful work for both SLP and Washburn, but the 2v2 situation works out much better for SLP. They walk away with the goal and are now in the lead.
SLP trying to thwart the possible comeback that Washburn is trying to concoct here. Silver Ranger as well now looking to find that first hit off as well. Bellicose as well, the next one here. Moving things over towards that SLP side. Prime Oak, a good hit. Amethyst now going in for the next one. That's going to be it. Washburn, they keep it 2-2.
All right, we keep this thing even. We do not let one team walk away in any sort of situation. Now, here we are, SLP Washburn 2-2. Minute 45 left on the clock. It is winding down.
Minute 40 to go. Prime Oak, good help with the hit off there. All onto Cloudy, though, to get it on in. Cloudy, a nice hit here. Just bounces right off, hits it once more. Very good mechanical play there. Now 3-2 SLP. The back and forth continues, and the goals, they're looking plentiful.
I look away to get a sip of water for 1 second. And what does SLP do? They score another goal. Now 3-2 in the lead with a minute 30. All they got to do is sit back and play defense to walk away with this one. Washburn, the task is on them to find a way to even this thing up or maybe walk away with a lead. Who knows? But it cannot get much closer than this.
3-2 SLP. 1 minute just about left on the clock. It could be theirs. Washburn desperately trying to find that goal. Cloudy desperately trying to find that defensive presence. Prime Oak not able to get the hit off. All onto Amethyst for the defense. Nobody else there. Washburn now tying it up.
All right, there we go. All tied up with a minute left. Down to the wire. The Cowboys are riding. The sun is setting. Can Washburn walk away with it? Can they prove they are not washed at all, are in fact a big contender moving into divisionals?
45 seconds to go. Washburn trying to keep it at that OT or maybe just get another one. SLP looking to reel it back in and put the lid on it. Cloudy, good momentum over towards that orange goal, and now the rest of the team also lining things up. Amethyst a good shot off alongside Prime Oak, but again, Washburn going to be able to take it back in control. This one could definitely go game 5 OT here.
It definitely could. 20 seconds left. The time is winding down. Are we going to see a witching hour goal, or are we moving all the way to overtime? Right now it's looking likely unless Cloudy can make some moves. Has ball in possession, moving down the wall in the corner. 3 seconds left on the clock. Now it's Elite with the ball, but back again. 1 second left. As soon as the ball touches the ground, we got an overtime situation.
OT inbound. All the marbles right here, right now, as far as it can go. Washburn trying to make it happen. SLP trying to shut it down. It could be right here. It could be free. It goes too high. Oh my goodness, that was close. Now Prime Oak trying to take it on back. Quickly, ball moving over towards that blue side. There's Amethyst as well. A nice hit off for the defense here. Back on over towards the Washburn side we go. Lid trying to line something up.
Oh, gets
so
bumped.
dicey.
Can't make his play, and now ball in the Washburn area. Cloudy looking to make a move in the corner, brings the ball up, maybe something, toss it to Amethyst, maybe a goal, but no, they both just miss it there. Ball is now sitting at mid, waiting for someone to take possession.
Armoke looking to line something up here, playing for the long route onto the ball. Now Amethyst as well, going to take control back. This could be it if it goes to the right spot. A little bit dicey of a location to try to get the hit off. Now Prime Oak looking to find something here. Quick boost. Not quick enough though. Washburn there for the defense.
Oh, ball moving in. Amethyst finds a way. SLP at a minute 13 of overtime finds a way, closes it out in the most dramatic of fashion. SLP walks away the victor.
SLP, they shut down the reverse sweep. Washburn, they had the hope of making it happen. They had a possible success run there, but in the end, SLP, they do what SLP does best with a substitute as well. So got to tip my hat to that one. But Washburn just quite not able to get there, but it came down really, really to the wire. So Washburn should still feel good about that one, I think. But SLP going to take the W.
Oh yeah, SLP now walking away the victors. A good mental win, especially when it went all the way there. Walking away the victor from that's got to feel good. That's a lot of nerves, a lot of pressure on the line, but they walk away the victor, feeling good into the divisionals. And I'm sure all of you watching at home are feeling great too, having a good time. And we have more of this insane Rocket League action coming at you right after this quick break. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
You know we get it poppin' like
demolishing immortals. No one should be allowed to do it. Alexis taking heads.
Lined up here for Alexis. It's 3 kings. Sarah moving in. What a flick! Oh my God, Mel's doing it. 3 kills. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me, Mel?
Noya just does it all. Alaric goes, and Noya just does it again.
never done.
Here at Concordia St. Paul, you will have the opportunity to earn a degree, make lifelong friendships, and play a game you love on an esports scholarship. For more information, visit csp.edu/esports.
draws it out a lot more. Yeah.
Rubs Panda throwing that now. Rubs Panda kicking
Oh,
off
it's
the 1
Hodgepodge.
2. It's Hodgepodge.
Hodgepodge
coming
coming
in
in
with
hard.
the firebomb. That's gonna do it. Can't allow a freebie like that to close out a game that's been as tight as this one. The shot! Not gonna land it. The rebound denied. Are you serious? Don't tell me the third! Take it! What? What?
Wait, he might.
Wait a second.
Oh my goodness. He has.
What?
What? From what?
He's running out of mana. But he's still bumping him.
Hello, welcome to our second and final game of the final week of regular season for Mnvl. This is it. After this, we will have our divisional playoffs, and after that, we will be at the Wisdom Gaming Studio in the Mall of America for state, bringing you all the action live on the scene. But now we got a very good match between two very good teams.
Yeah, definitely going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. We've got SJP, a team that I believe you mentioned was the one that currently is sitting at that 4-2 record, I believe is what you said. So definitely curious about how they're going to perform going into this one. That's how it was for the side of SLP. But it went a lot further than we expected in that previous game. So we'll see what SJP kind of does going into this one. And then you look over towards the other side, it's going to be Bemidji, who are currently sitting at a 5-1 record, which obviously that's a margin that you definitely don't want to ignore. That 4-game going to be so big. So Bemidji, again, slated to win this, but we know that on any given day, just like with how our previous match went, maybe SJP, they come up with something and they're able to make an upset.
maybe they're able to pull something out. I mean, common factor in both teams is both teams do in fact have a loss to Rogers on the record. So a good way to benchmark kind of where they fall in the season is they're both behind Rogers. Bemidji went 1-3, losing to Rogers. However, St. John's Prep forfeited against Rogers. So I guess we never know.
We'll never
never
know.
know.
But hey,
We'll never know.
Bemidji, I think in general, I just touched on this, but I think they can close this out. I think it's going to have to come down to if they're able to keep that same confidence that they've clearly had with the record that they do have. So if they're able to carry that over going into this final week, which I'm sure will happen, I think that they are definitely slated to take this one away. But SJP as well, I'm not sure if they're coming off of a loss most recently here or a win, but either way, the momentum going to be incredibly important either way. So I think if they are coming off of a win, that's going to make it that much more competitive going into
Yes.
this. But what were you going to say?
Both teams here are walking in from a win. However,
Ooh, okay.
Bemidji's
Okay.
walking in from a 4-game win streak.
All right, yeah. So if they're coming in from a 4-game win streak, they had to figure things out for that first game or so at the beginning of the season, and then they win 4 in a row. So this is where you kind of look at where you look at the momentum game overall. Bemidji, even though the record is that way, that doesn't tell the whole story. That's why
Yes.
records is a big thing for seeding, obviously, but this team could come and just steamroll the bracket. Maybe we'll see how they play today, but. Regardless, I think that there's potential here for them to really make some noise.
Exactly. Anything could happen, but Bemidji, I know this is not a 100% true or accurate thing, but it does give us a little bit of information. And that information is Bemidji played against Elk River and won 3-0 pretty heavy-handedly. However, SJP also had to play against the same team, and that was their only loss from a match they actually played out. So, Bemidji was able to walk away and pretty heavy-handedly beat a team SJP lost to. Now, that does not tell the whole story, but it does tell a part of the story. And it's important to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I think the storyline overall is Bemidji obviously are like the real deal going into this, right? So, honestly, it might be really useful to put them in the context of the whole league. Obviously, you have your big dog teams, right? You have your kind of middle grade teams and those teams that are still getting it together, still struggling a bit. So, Bemidji, they sit towards that top echelon area, I feel like, with that kind of record. So, we'll see kind of how they're able to fare against, teams like North, for example, teams like Rogers. So, that's where I get kind of curious.
Oh yeah, big teams this season. I mean, you got Rogers, you got Egan, you got Burnsville. They're the usual suspects. Actually, it's a little weird. North fallen, not
They
quite
have
on the same level as
I
like
agree.
the same team. Not quite able
Mhm.
to make the switch from 2s to 3s. It happens. Sometimes some teams are just
Right.
better at 2s, some teams are just better at 3s. It happens. So now we are in the situation where our leaders of the pack are Egan, Burnsville, and Rogers. I'm pretty sure those are the only teams with a perfect record so far, except for Burnsville. Burnsville lost to Egan. But
Well, then that might give you an idea, right? Egan maybe
Yeah.
might be higher up on that ladder versus Burnsville, but Bemidji, I think taking down a team like that doesn't seem too outlandish to me. But like I
Exactly.
said, we'll see how they play today.
Because while we have our top 3, Bemidji sits just right outside, waiting
Right.
to find a way in. See if they can crack into the podium, walk away with some hardware at state. That's what they want to do. And this is just another game on that long line to make it there. Bemidji, they are favored. They are the favorites walking into this one. Maybe SJP can walk away with something, but right now it's looking all Bemidji.
Yeah, it's looking like the Bemidji story right now. We'll see how they decide to fare as we get this game ready to go. But, I think in general, also as we approach state, you got to talk about that teamwork component, right? It's got to be on a very, very good level with these teams at this point. They have that chemistry you would expect. And also Bemidji, if they maintain that consistent roster as well, that's also another kind of buff going into things. So we'll kind of see how it goes for them. But overall, definitely confident in them moving forward. SJP as well, a team that I'm not sure if they've had a roster change or not. Maybe they're going to be at like kind of a different level because they've made those changes today. So maybe it's going to be closer than we think. But Bemidji, you know, finishing 6-1, that is not negligible. That is an incredibly good score, or an incredibly good rating to have going in towards that divisional playoffs.
Fully agree. Both teams are strong. Bemidji, however, just has that little edge. We should be getting into our match here pretty soon. But before that, quick predictions. What does the chat think? Piff, what do you think? Just quick predictions. Like, which team will win, and in how many games will they do it?
Well, you know, records are generally a pretty good story to tell about how things are going to go. And Bemidji, they simply just have the better one. I got to go with them here. I'm going to say 3-0.
Oh, you think 3-0?
I think 3-0.
I agree on Bemidji. However, SJP, they are in the same area. And while statistics say Bemidji, I feel like we're going to see SJP able to take a game, but not the series. It's going to be 3-1
Possible
Bemidji.
3-1. Yeah,
That-
I mean, either way, Bemidji probably that's a good win for sure. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, but you know, now I think as we get ready for this one, I'll also point out players. You know, we look at the rosters here. I believe they're somewhere in our little notes. Here we go. Bemidji gonna have Luna, Mogi, and Sighty Maverick. So these are players that obviously, like, I actually haven't really heard these names around a whole lot. So really looking for those individual plays that are gonna kind of be impressive to give us players to pay attention to as we move forward here in Washburn as well. Or excuse me, not Washburn, that's the previous one. SJP going to have Tacti Dacty, Clue, Shadow as well, all on their roster here today. No substitutes like it was in the previous game. Now we get things ready to go. Bemidji trying to get the first one on the board. Meanwhile, though, Tacti Dacty currently in control.
Now, you know, it's kind of a good thing to not have a particular, team name, teammate stand out, because then you can work as a unit. You just work together as a unit, making the team plays, not being, egotistical, trying to rack up your score. Sometimes that's good, and that's all you really need. But Bemidji making some plays right now, putting the ball in SJP's corner, maybe able to walk away with an early goal.
Very possible. Luna, she's able to get a nice shot off the top side of here. And now Mogi as well. Able to get some momentum moving over towards that SJP goal. We'll see if this is going to be enough. Not quite. A nice little interception coming through there, but still that SJP goal in jeopardy right now. See if Mogi's able to get it off here eventually.
Okay, Moogie making some moves, maybe able to find a way in, but just barely missing. Hits the crossbar, not quite able to make it in. But now maybe Moogie with a second chance. Oh,
Moogie, this is free.
possible?
That's free.
Possible? Yep. What a goal we have seen from one end of the pitch to another. Man is flying like an eagle. Bemidji now out to a very early lead, 1-0. If they could just keep that up, they'll walk away with the series.
Yeah, Bemidji doing what we said that they would probably do here, and this is the feel-out game, so obviously I'm not going to take how Bemidji do too seriously, but, you know, definitely obviously of importance, that 1-0 lead. But Luna now trying to find that next hit off here, and now Mogi as well. Looking for the momentum. Possible speed going on here, not quite. Dash. Doing exactly as the name suggests here, using that boost to dash towards that ball, but Clue as well. Looking to line something up here over towards that left side, Tacti Dacty. Possible hit off, not quite though. Goes over towards that blue goal, but still defense there, but the pressure also being applied. Luna, she goes for a hit on in, no dice though.
Yeah, almost able to make a play there, but not quite, no dice. Now we are just looking maybe for Bemidji to extend this lead a little bit. I mean, it has been Bemidji's game so far. Even if the scoreboard's only 1-0, Bemidji's have just been able to get so many more shots in. They've just had the pressure game being just so much better.
Pressure makes diamonds. Bemidji trying to get it on. Oh, it is so close. They almost had another one there. It's like literally phasing in between the front and the inside of that goal, but still Tacti Dacty now able to get the hit off. Now moving over towards that Bemidji side we go. The presence very strong. It's orange arrows everywhere. Now Tacti Dacty trying to get that hit on in. Shadow also goes for the hit as well, but still Clue now looking to line it up. Another good set of defense there. Speed from Tacti as well. Looking to line it up the same, but no dice as well because just still a defensive presence, but now you hit it at the right spot. It doesn't go too high. Shadow able to get it on in. Clue able to help out with that as well to keep it over towards that left side. Line it up, goes right towards the middle. A beautiful shot.
A wonderful, wonderful shot, and oh, drops a dirty little thanks in the chat after that one. Man, maybe just thanking the Rocket League gods for giving him that goal, because if that was just a little too high, it hits the crossbar. Very, very nice shot. Walk away. Now 1-1 with 2 minutes left on the clock. Bemidji looking to get a goal here. Keep that pressure going. Find a way to get a goal and close out this game 1.
Minute and a half to go. Mogi absolutely just carrying this ball.
Woo!
That's going to be a free one. Mogi able to get that first one on the board. Life for SJP.
My word, bro is flying right now. Brought that ball all the way around. Hits a nice little flip reset in there. I'm a fan. Count me a fan of Mogi. Boy is cooking right now. 2-1 Bemidji. All they got to do now is keep the ball out of their
That
own
could be
net.
free as well. Not quite. Bemidji attempt there to get something going, but now Mogi as well back in control. Looking to find that hit off over towards that SJP goal. We'll see how Luna's going to be able to line that one up. Not quite going to come through. Tacti as well. Next hit looking to come off as well. Clue, now this is big. That should be free. That should be it. SJP, they tie it up. They make it 2-2.
That was a open net right there. You cannot leave a net that open. It ends out bad for Bemidji. Now we got an even match going into the last minute. Perhaps an overtime in game 1.
Possible. Not going to speak too soon, but definitely maybe going to come through here as Bemidji look to line something up. And well, yeah, that OT can go right out the window. Bemidji a nice shot in there towards the SJP goal. Tacti able to put things in place there for the enemy, it seems like. So now it's going to be 47 seconds left on the board here before we move towards game 2.
Yeah, Luna, very nice work to her for pulling that one off. Getting a nice goal, making it the lead maker now. With 40 seconds left, it's looking good for Bemidji.
33 to go. Mogi looking to line it up here. Here's Clue as well, carrying things along. Trying to get the tie up. If Clue can get this one on in, we go OT most definitely. But it's just not going to happen. Maybe,
Nope.
Oh my god, Mogi just carried the ball into the goal again. That is some insane maneuverability right there. Beautiful mechanical work. Shadow just not able to get there because there is no way you're getting off the wall quick enough to go for an in-air interception like that or getting to the goal quick enough to match that speed. So Bemidji 4-2, that should be game number 1 for them.
That should be game number 1. I am in awe of Mogi again. Scoring at will, coming in from the heavens every time. I am in awe of this man's aerial skills right now. Wow.
I mean, Bemidji at this point, it's just about closing it out. It was competitive there at the beginning, but now Bemidji, I mean, they're just doing what they do best here. 5-2, definitely a dom. All right, make it 6,
goals,
I guess.
5 goals.
You didn't like you didn't need that goal at all. Like that's literally just the victory lap. Nice little double touch coming through here to get that one on in. And SJP, yeah, no way you're getting this one.
I'm sitting here speechless. Anything I could say, Mogi's saying it for me. He is putting on a show right now, playing fantastic. What a game 1 to see. Very, very strong performance coming in there for Bemidji. Now, how do you as SJP come back from that?
I don't know. I'm gonna say it plainly. I don't know. You lost 2-5 there in that first one, and you're a team that is well versed within the Rocket League here at Mnvl. But when you're playing a team like Bemidji, that is just so difficult to make any kind of momentum happens. So we'll see if they're able to do anything. Obviously, as I mentioned during the game, we take these game ones a little bit less seriously because it's the feel out game. It's kind of figuring out what's going on, and typically that dominant team going in is the one that just is feeling more confident. They do their thing, they win it. So SJP, I'm not going to count them out yet, but once we see that kind of down 0-2, I'm like, all right, yeah, this is kind of what the story's going to be here.
Yes, I feel around the same. I mean, I feel like Bemidji by the end of that game were just pedal to the metal. SJP were just out
That
of
it
it.
was.
They were just not quite feeling it anymore. I mean, a majority of the goals that were scored, about half of them, were in that last minute of the match. The wind was out of SJP's sails at that point. They just wanted to move on. Hopefully, all that means is they just wanted another chance to recuperate and get right back at it with the same speed, and not they were just giving up on the whole series already.
Well, Bemidji looking to go up 2-0 here, establish some more dominance, and really write the story themselves. An initial goal would be incredibly useful for that run, but Blue just moving things along slowly here over towards that left side. I mean, we're playing in slow-mo for a moment there, but Tacti as well, able to get the hit off, go straight up in the air. Now Shadow as well, looking to line it on up. We'll see if this one's going to come through. This ball is just like staying so stagnant, I feel like, in like the general area that somebody hits it, and it's kind of weird, but now we're starting to get some motion along. We're moving things over towards that SJP side.
Oh, again?
3-1 for Mogi, flying like a bird.
Okay, SJP needs to get some anti-air artillery as fast as possible because all of these goals are being delivered from the skies. They need to find a way to shut him down, or it is going to be a very long 3-0 for SJP.
Well, Bemidji looking to find something here. Tacti Dacti also looking for the hit off here. We'll see if that's going to result in much. Not quite. Gonna get rammed. Clue as well. Going for the hit on in. Moving over towards that blue side. Consistently here the ball goes. Just not quite lining up for that right angle. Here's Luna able to find it alongside Mogi. She's able to be there for the help. But Mogi, of course, the one to hit it on in. Dash also was there for the help too, and this is where SJP, they get complacent over towards their own goal. That ball staying over there for too long. Eventually, Bemidji's just going to find that opening.
Wow. Mogi found another way, and of course it was through an aerial. It just has to be at this point. Bemidji now up 2-0, looking very strong in this game, looking very strong just in the series as a whole now. Mogi making another aerial move, maybe able to get some out, but nope. SJP, you're learning some of the tricks of the trade, finding some good defensive moves, and now in possession in Bemidji's court right now.
Clue tries to go for the hit off, not enough momentum to do so. This one could literally just go straight in. Yep, it does. Mogi, I mean, consistently making the big plays. I was talking about those individual plays coming out in this matchup and how we're going to use those to look at these players moving forward. That kind of goal is exactly what I'm talking about.
The hat trick already. Mogi, wow. The hat trick now, SJP, a big 0 on their scoreboard. Really need to find a way right now to get through the Bemidji onslaught and get some of the goals of their own on the board.
Yeah, we talked about this being a dominant team, and they're showing exactly why that is something that we're saying about them. Now Tacti gonna move things along again there. Mogi taking it back. The demo comes through though. That's possible momentum to get something going here. Maybe, you know, hit on in. Not quite though. Too much presence from the side of Bemidji over towards their goal.
Oh, just to the corner. It wasn't an aerial. He can't score it that way. Has to be an aerial. All right, takes it to the corner with full boost. I said he could do it with an aerial. I guess he just took that as a challenge.
Valid dash. We're gonna find something Tacti Dacti as well, Mogi. Maybe the hit on over towards the top side here. Gonna have to go next on that one. We'll see if Luna's able to help out. She's able to get that ball up and towards the air here. Clue, nice hit off over towards that right side. Dash as well, looking to line something on up. for the side of Bemidji here. Good teamwork coming through, just not quite that right opening or momentum to get that ball in towards a goal. But Clue is able to take back control, now get things out of the jeopardy line of things here, as Shadow as well goes for hit over towards the top side. A little bit too high, though. Got to reel it back in.
Yep, definitely. Now, it is Bemidji's game to play. They've been so dominant, but now maybe a chance for SJP to put a score on the board, maybe a statement goal. However, it's not looking too likely as Bemidji retakes possession. Oh, but maybe a chance. Clue, an opening! Clue found his way in, got a clue on how to score a goal on this Bemidji team. Maybe a statement goal saying we're still in this thing. We are still going to keep fighting till the very end. Now 1-3 with a minute 30 left on the clock. It's possible. We've seen weirder, but still unlikely.
3-1 Bemidji. A definite, comfortable score lead here, but not obviously exponential and nothing incredibly massive. It's not like when I watched Rogers the other week versus, I can't even remember who it was, with like an 11-0 win, but still, Bemidji trying to figure out how to get this one going towards another solid goal, and well, that's going to be the exact answer. Perfect speed, perfect angle, no defense.
Pinches it down right in the middle. Mugi hits it for his 4th goal of this game. Now up 4-1 against SJP with a minute left on the clock. This is Bemidji's game to take.
And it is all theirs. 2-0 lead inbound. 1 minute left on the clock. SJP, you got to muster something up incredible. Let's see if we can do it. No, Mogi, I mean, how do you control your car like that? Like,
I don't know.
It is unknown to me how you're able to do that. I could never, but
That can't be stopped.
guess-
The DMV has to have
No.
a problem with this.
maybe a bit of a problem. I'm not sure that that's the legal driving happening right there. Driving on the side of walls and stuff like that, but it's okay. Bemidji, 5-1. 45 seconds left to go for SJP to get 4 goals. It's looking a bit slow for that to happen.
That it is right now. Looking like they're here to make some moves. SJP, maybe they could just get something. You know, it's almost in. Maybe if Clue could get there fast enough, could hit it. Oh, but the crossbar. Oh, the crossbar blocks that shot attempt. And now all of Bemidji's players are back, able to take possession, and this thing is moving back towards SJP's area.
13 seconds to go. Bemidji, it's 2 games in a row now. SJP gonna have to figure something out. I mean, the victory lap also coming through, but it is that player on your screen. It is Mogi. You should be afraid of Mogi on the map. Absolutely petrified whenever you see that name load on in. Because to be honest with you, there is no going up against that. The insane aerial shots, the insane accuracy. It is all absurdity. Bemidji 6-1 in game number 2, even more dominant, I believe, than the first. So now as we head towards game 3, Bemidji, it's looking like they're going to close it out.
Yes, it looks like this is Bemidji's. They can just walk away, take this for free. I mean, the only thing that can stop Mogi now is the DMV. And honestly, with how long their lines take, I don't think they're going to be able to get here in time to stop it before the series is at an end. This is Bemidji's game to take. I don't know what else to say.
It is. I mean, I don't know what else to say either. Bemidji has been a dominant run so far. They've clearly got their teamwork on a whole nother level, and it's off the back of Mogi. Like, they enable Mogi to go nuts. Like, I don't want to put the other players on this Bemidji team onto the sidelines, though, either, because they are clearly doing things to set this player up for success, and that in and of itself is enough to prove that they are a good team and that they are all doing their part. So, Mogi, obviously, definitely the one, though, that becomes the one in the spotlight with all the goals being grabbed, but still that whole team looking very well rounded.
100%. On looking at it, it just becomes the question of how much is Mogi going to score, because team is setting him up nicely. He's just been the mouthpiece of the entire game plan, able to strike from anywhere when he's given the opportunity. So now it's just honestly the question of how many is he going to score this game?
That is the question on our minds. We shall see what Luna is maybe going to do, what Mogi is going to do to get something going here. Mogi already in control, already doing that crazy thing where he just literally carries the ball into the goal. Like, I don't get it, man. Another first goal for
We
Bemidji.
just started. Can't you wait a little bit?
No. The answer to that is no.
Yep.
No, not allowed.
Got to pedal to the metal all the way. We're breaking all the speed limit laws right now in the first 7 seconds. Mogi sets it up with a nice aerial dash, just taps it in. Bemidji already up 1-0.
Bemidji, they got game. You can definitely tell here. That's now, I mean, look at Dash. You're playing very carefully, just waiting for that opportunity. Doesn't even have to move. Don't want to set yourself up for some momentum in the wrong direction. Now Clue as well, taking control back of things. SJP trying to get one on the board. No. I mean,
Alright,
Mogi's just going to get it for
open
free
net.
again. Like, it's open. It's free. Nobody there for the side of SJP. They just can't get there. This guy sees openings and takes them.
Yeah, it is. He has just been able to score at will. Sometimes it makes it look like it's as free as a $1 off sale at the Dollar General. Wow, just scoring at will. Bemidji
like
now
that
up.
one.
Thank you. I spent a long time
You're
workshopping that
welcome.
one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was good.
Okay, thanks. But now Bemidji up 2-0. Looking to just make some clips, honestly. They have just been playing absolutely fantastic. SJP, if they want to do what Washburn almost did last time, got to get a few statement goals in here. Got to say we're still in this, because right now it looks like they're just kind of feeling out of it.
Feeling out of it is an understatement, I would say. But, maybe just, I feel like you lose that first one, you get checked because you know you're playing a 5-1 team that is likely going to beat you, and the mental fortitude for a team that's already had some struggles within the season, it's not quite going to be there as much. Obviously, they haven't like struggled, but it's not 5-1. So, you know, Bemidji, this is where they're really shining. They are doing what they do best. They're playing it by the script. They are writing their story here, as I talked about at the beginning, and this is an exact good example of it. They're finding the moments, they're finding these openings, and Luna, she's able to help out with things here. Shadow able to get things back in control, but again, every time that ball goes over towards that Bemidji side, you got players like Mogi taking back control.
Oh yeah, just finding different ways to keep possession and keep that pressure on SJP. It's just been a stifling offense that's just led to their victory so far. It's just been so absolutely fantastic watching Mogi just absolutely style every time he scores a goal, and that gets in your head sometimes. And when it just keeps happening, yeah, that can hurt sometimes. And so it's just taking the wind out of SJP's sails, and it just looks like we're about to see a great Bemidji victory here moving into divisionals.
Yes, possibly a very, very good one. Gonna set the precedent for sure for good team ladder, if you will, and now SJP trying to figure something out. Clue taking the ball back, now Dash as well, looking to get his piece of the pie. Mogi as well back in control though, looking to wrap things on around here. See if Mogi's able to just pilot this one towards that goal here. Clue looking to be there for the defense.
Oh!
No. Oh my god, how?
Again, he hits the ball in just such a right way that
What?
it clapped. It just hits with so much force right there. Just takes it down in just a rocket. Ball now in the corner. Wow, just what a pinch. And now 3-0 SJP, not looking too hot. Bemidji looking hotter than the surface of the sun, seemingly scoring at will, and another. Now a hat trick. Wow, what a play.
I mean, it hits right off the side, and then somebody's there to line it up automatically, so... Bemidji, I mean, this is it. 4-0, only a matter of time. 1 minute 50 going to be exactly that time I'm talking about.
Yeah, we are now moments away from a Bemidji victory. Unless SJP can do the impossible, but the impossible just looks more difficult by the second. I mean, hey, you gotta get one.
You gotta get one on the board. You gotta think, but...
Maybe the comeback SJP needed. Maybe this will turn the tide, and SJP can just start making a comeback.